Hey guys, I'm Cooper. I'm in the smokehouse of Bar-A, and today we are doing a spatchcock smoked chicken with an Alabama white sauce. Stay tuned. The first step to actually making a spatchcock chicken is you actually have to spatchcock it. So what is spatchcocking? I have no idea. Go to webstersdictionary.com. It'll probably tell you. Spatchcocking to me is just taking the spine out and making this thing lay flat, breast side up, skin attached. So I'm gonna show you how I do it. It's not the only way to do it, it's just how I do it. So don't get at me in the comment section about how I'm doing it wrong. I'm gonna do it this way, deal with it and watch. First step, guys, is gonna be just removing the spine. I'm gonna find the center. That's the breast side, that's the wrong side, don't do that. We're gonna go to the back side of this chicken, guys, find the spine. We're gonna cut along the spine on both sides of the chicken. We're then gonna lay this thing open, breast side down, and we're gonna make a little nip right here in between the breastplate at the top and the bottom, and that will kind of help us open this up even flatter and give this thing to lay completely flat for us. So like I said, first thing, we're gonna go ahead and make some cuts along both sides of that spine. So we have our spine taken out, and like I said, so it's laying here. We need these breasts and this to lay a little bit more flatter. We want it to lay completely flat on the smoker so it cooks a little more evenly throughout the process, being on an offset. If it's just 100% direct heat, it really wouldn't matter if it was laying 100% flat because we're just gonna kill this thing with heat. Being on an offset and our heat source coming from the side and hitting the side and then rolling over, we want this to be as flat and even as we can from end to end, side to side. So to get that, there's this breast kind of, I don't know if it's called the plate or what it's called, but it's right there dead middle of the breast, and it makes like a little X almost. We're gonna take our knife and just put a little incision right there, and then right here at the bottom. And then it should just break open just like that. And this thing should lay nice and flat for us. So when it comes to seasoning this bird today, we're only gonna use 2 ingredients and keep it very simple. And Texas style barbecue, a lot of times is defined by just salt and black pepper, a coarse black pepper. So we're gonna use a 16 mesh black pepper. We use Rio out of Huntsville, Texas. On their website, it's called the coarse black pepper, and that's a 16 mesh size. We're also going to use a Diamond Crystal Kosher salt for our salt component. Ideally, you wanna do an overnight dry brine if you can, guys. That salt's gonna really help pull all that moisture out, really help us dry that skin, so later on down the road, we can get a nice crispy skin and not be really chewy and rubbery. If you don't have overnight, 3 to 4 hours is like really preferred if you can. We're gonna hit this with our 16 mesh first, as always. No matter what you're seasoning, we always recommend you go pepper first and then salt. That will allow the salt to get around the granules of pepper and still allow it all to stick. If you were to go salt first, there's a chance that that salt will activate and almost form a barrier to where the pepper can't stick to the protein, and you're gonna end up with blotches of pepper and stuff, and no one wants an uneven, blotchy looking chicken. So we're gonna always season our non-presentation side first, and I'm gonna hit it with a nice layer of that 16 mesh. I know it seems like a lot, guys, but after you smoke this chicken, a lot of that harshness effect from the pepper is going to be kind of mellowed out. We're going to go a nice, good layer of Diamond Crystal Kosher salt. We're going to flip it over, and we're going to be careful not to drag or drudge that bottom side when we do it. I like to kind of do my big overpass first, and then I'm going to open these wings up and come in real close, kind of hit those out. So we'll do that one big overpass. Come back with that salt. We're gonna go fairly heavy with this salt on the skin side, guys. Then I'm gonna come back in and kind of open up those wings. Just hit a little bit of pepper. A little bit of that salt. I'm gonna let this sit out for probably, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, maybe kind of let it that salt kind of activate and get drawn into the skin and start pulling the moisture out. I'm then gonna set it on an elevated baking sheet with a cooling rack, a wire rack, and let this sit in the fridge for a couple hours before we get on the smoker. So I'm gonna go get the smoker ready and prepped, and then we'll start working on our Alabama white sauce as well. What's up, fuckers? Let's cook it. Same rule as any protein, how you place it's how it's gonna cook. So let's make sure we take a little bit of time and place it kind of nice and neat and pretty like. So I'm gonna cook breast to the firebox for, I don't know, 45 minutes or so, an hour. Probably come out and we'll rotate about 45-minute mark. We're gonna run between like 250 and 275 for the first 45 minutes, put a lot of smoke and color on there. That salt's gonna kind of reactivate and get wet again. That'll help grab some of that smoke and add some good color to it. We're then gonna rotate and crank up our temps. We wanna increase that temp to finish it so it helps dry out and crisp up that skin and help kind of even out the cook. So we have that chicken on the smoker right now. This is a perfect time to go ahead and get that Alabama white sauce assembled. So this is an Alabama white sauce, but for a smoked chicken, you can use any of your favorite sauces you want to. We're gonna apply them at the exact same time, regardless of whatever you wanna use. So if this isn't your thing, use your favorite sauce and use it when we show you later on in the cook. Now with an Alabama white sauce, there's a lot of mayo. So it's a heavy, heavy mayo sauce where a lot of that white color comes from. We're gonna put this in here, and guys, I'll have the measurements in the description down below for what we use for this recipe exactly. We're gonna go ahead and put all of our mayo, mustard, and horseradish into the bowl at once. And if you've never had this sauce, guys, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm an expert on it. I was fortunate enough, I lived in North Carolina for a couple years, and I got to experience, you know, Carolina barbecue. And there's a lot of crossover I found between the Carolinas and a lot of folks in Alabama that kind of, you know, migrate that way and back and forth. And I actually, one of my prior life, I was in outside sales, and I sold to paint stores and hardware stores, sold a product. One of my best accounts was in Clemson, which is how a proper US citizen says it, not you guys in Clemson. So Clemson with a P, there ain't no P in Clemson. So y'all aren't gonna get me on that one, guys. But in Clemson, South Carolina, I had a guy there that's from Alabama, and he made this sauce for his chicken. It was the first time I was introduced to it. I was a little apprehensive, not being a big mayo guy. I know I'm a big fat guy and I don't like mayo. What is that? Honestly, it changed my whole opinion on barbecue outside of Texas. So far I've put in our mayonnaise, our Dijon mustard, our horseradish, our dark honey. I've got to put in our spices now, and then our liquid components. So our liquid's going to be ACV, lemon juice, and we have water to cut it to get to the thinness level that we want. Spice-wise, it's fairly simple. It's granulated garlic, granulated onion, cayenne. Didn't have any cayenne, so I'm going to use a Rio Spices spicy garlic pepper today in place of cayenne. We will salt to taste as any dish we do here. We've got a lot of that in there. We're going to give it a good whisk up, get it nice and mixed. Really, we're just mixing until we get all the clumps out, guys. Want it nice and not clumpy. No one wants a clumpy sauce. As far as order of the components, make sure you're doing your mayo, mustard, horseradish, honey. Do those components first, then add your liquid, which your liquid to me was your ACV, your lemon juice, and then a little bit of water, and then do your spices last in any order you want to with the spices. We've got this mixed up, guys, looking great. It's nice and thin. This will make a great Dunkin' sauce later in the video. This chicken is coming along. We're about an hour into this cook or so. We're gonna go ahead and get this thing rotated so we kind of help this thing even out the cook a little bit from breast to leg. So we'll put legs to the firebox, breast to the stack the rest of this cook. We'll crank our temps up and finish this thing off. We're about that 2.5 hour mark now. I just probed this chicken breast. We're sitting about 160 in the breast right now, about 160 in the thigh. So rotating it definitely did its job. We're gonna go ahead and pull this thing off, show you guys the results, and get this dunked in that Alabama white sauce. All right, guys, this is my favorite part of the cook. We have the chicken done. We have our sauce ready to rock and roll. We let it sit in the fridge while we did the cook, kind of helped it thicken up just a touch. I did put a little bit of water in there, just I want it to be a little bit watery and kind of run down when we do and dunk this chicken, because you want it to be a nice thin sauce from my understanding of how an Alabama white sauce is supposed to be. So let's do the money shot. We got our chicken sauced up. Let's get this thing cut up and ready to eat. We're gonna go ahead and just take our knife right in the middle of those two birds. It should come right apart. And then we got 2 halves. Now you can be an absolute animal and just tear into this thing like this, or you can be a civilized human being and split the breast from the leg. Which to do that, guys, you're just gonna pick up that leg, take your knife right in between the leg and that breast, and it should just naturally follow that seam on that chicken. And you're left with some beautiful Alabama white sauce chicken. Let's dig into it and see how it tastes. Get some of that skin, some of that breast meat, dunk it in that sauce. That is so similar to the bite I had years ago in Clemson, South Carolina. Guys, y'all need to try this recipe out. It's super simple, super easy. It's a great way to make a great meal at a cheaper price, being chicken, and a lot of really cheap ingredients you probably already have at the house. I hope y'all learned something today. I had a great time cooking this chicken for you guys. Put in the comments below what you want me to cook next. Thank you, and God bless.